Hello, my fellow Kenyans. Kakonga, your coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. Hello, my fellow Kenyans. Today, I want to take possession in this issue of FKF and FKF President Nick Mwendwa and Kenya Premier League on the other side. I have said it time again and again, and I even started talking about this in 2017. And I told Kenyan Premier League that if you are not careful, you are going to be led on a very dangerous slippery path by Football Kenya Federation and its president Nick Mwendwa. Today, that prophecy has come to be. This issue of league cancellation and the idea that KPL is not happy with it, or KPL did not agree with the decision of cancelling the league. It is not just about the league. It is the whole ideology about FKF and FKF president. His dominance, his dictatorship, and the top officials in the federation. And I'm not just saying this just because of this matter of FKF and Kenyan Premier League cancellation of the game. It is not okay to hear Premier League officials saying that they were not aware that the league was going to be cancelled, that they send a letter to FKF, and then all they hear now is on the news that the league has been cancelled. They were not aware of that, and they were waiting to get a response from the Kenyan Premier League. This is something that should not happen, because at the end of the day, Kenyan Premier League is under the hands of Kenyan Premier League management. FKF on the other side as a federation, yet it is there. It is supposed to oversee the games. It is supposed to deal with the governance side of the game. But the two needed to come together and agree the way forward. But this thing, I have said it so many times. I even told Kenyan Premier League in 2017 that the talk was going around. Even now, the discussion is still going around that if Nick Mwendwa is re-elected, Kenyan Premier League is going to be taken by the federation, and Kenyan Premier League is going to be run and managed by FKF. These talks are there, but Kenyan Premier League has continued to stay behind. They don't talk enough. The management and the officials of Kenyan Premier League are so docile. Yani wananyamaza, they don't speak enough. Kenyan Premier League need to speak enough. Kenyan Premier League, need to take battle sometime to the federation. This is not just in Kenya. So many federations around the world, they always seem to not do what is right for the Premier League. In the English Premier League, the story is different because they are very dominant, and that is what it should be. So I've said before that Kenyan Premier League is not well represented on the decision-making table inside FKF. Kenyan Premier League, they never saw it fit enough to join what I'm saying and to demand what is their right. Now, I want to say this. I'm advising the Kenyan Premier League again that when the dust settles down, this issue of coronavirus, this issue of FKF and its president, dictatorship must come to an end. Kenyan Premier League and the rest of the Kenyan football must join Vision Total Football Kenya so that we can, as Kenyans, decide the best way forward for our Kenyan football. So for me, this is not new, what FKF has done to Kenyan Premier League. It has been happening in all quarters in our football in Kenya. I talked about the betting companies. I talked about the sponsorship, the National Super League sponsorship deal. I talked about Odibet deal. These deals are done at night. They are done in boardrooms, and they are announced to the relevant teams and leagues when it is convenient for the federation. So football in Kenya, I keep saying, has never been about Kenyans, has never been about the leagues. Football in Kenya has been about FKF and its various presidents who have come along. And why does this keep happening? It is because Kenya has never ushered in people's orientated football. KPL need to stand its ground, and it must at this point also tell Football Kenya Federation that it will not take over KPL. KPL must remain a body and a company that manages itself. Number two, KPL must have more representation on the dinner table. And that dinner table is where decisions are made by FKF. Kenyan Premier League is underrepresented, and this is why they keep getting ignored by Football Kenya Federation and its president, Nick Mwendwa. Once again, KPL, fight your battle, support Vision Total Football Kenya, support our cause for a total revolution, for a new beginning of our Kenyan football, and fight your corner. I will say it again, the Vision has a plan to give Kenyan Premier League the representation that it deserves. It is not well represented, and the issues goes down also to how Kenyan Premier League vote for the current football president. Kenyan Premier League, the voting system is wrong, and that's why they are underrepresented. I'm not going to go into the details how they need to sort that out. All I know is that Kenyan Premier League is underrepresented. Kenyan Premier League does not count that much when it comes to FKF making decisions in regard to Kenyan football. Kenyan Premier League, fight your battle, wait for a football revolution, and going forward, you will be properly and well represented on the dinner table. I live in peace, I'm gone.